shoulders work. I mean, I don't know what
What's going on, guys? My name's Elisha and welcome back to Go. This is where we discuss everything in the world of football from the past week, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. This week there was a lot going on in football, a whole lot, starting with FIFA's men's best player awards, and there were a lot of different awards given out during the ceremony, so we're gonna go through all of them right now. Well, the most important ones at least, and also you guys can let me know what you think. Who do you think should have won, who didn't, who you think didn't deserve to be up there, what made sense, what didn't, because there was a lot of that. Without further ado, let's get right into this. Okay, so first off, let's start with Salah winning the Puskas Awards. And now, if you don't know what that is, it's basically every year some nice goals are scored throughout the season. Now, FIFA, what they do is they take like the best ones, the nicest goals, all right, and they take them and they nominate them for the Puskas Awards, which is like the nicest goal of the year thing. That's basically what it is. And Salah won this award for this goal that he scored in the Premier League. Now, mind you, this goal didn't even win Premier League Goal of the Month when Salah scored it. This is just to put everything into perspective. I'm not hating, but the goal didn't even win Premier League Goal of the Month when Salah scored it. It was a decent goal. It's really nice. Put some effort into that. Scored it. Beautiful goal. All right. But if we're really being honest, compared to, let's look at every single year in football, there's some beautiful goals. If you look at every goal from 2009, and there's a video, I'm going to link it down below in the description, every Puskas Award winner since 2009, and then you get to 2018, Salah's goal, it really does not match up to any of those, and it really doesn't truly match up to the nominees of this year. Look at Cristiano's bicycle kick from the Champions League. Look at Pavard's goal from the World Cup, Quaresma's goal from the World Cup. Come on. It really doesn't measure up to that goal. In my opinion, Salah didn't deserve it. It was a nice goal, but the other ones were just a bit better. And especially in the competition that they scored them to, I feel like sometimes that has to play a part. But whatever. It's whatever's the nicest goal. Let's not even talk about competition. It just wasn't number one in my opinion. And now let's move on to some other individual awards. And the biggest one, of course, is Modric. Luka Modric wins the Best Player Award. Now, he won the Best Player in Europe in UEFA's awards. Now he won the FIFA Men's Best Player Award. And now all that's left for him to do is get the Ballon d'Or. Who would have thought, out of everyone, I would have easily guessed Neymar would be the one to dethrone Cristiano and Messi from that whole 10-year Ballon d'Or domination, but it seems like it's really going to be Modric. I don't see Ronaldo or Salah or Mbappe, whoever makes the top three, I don't see them winning it over Modric right now. He's dominating, and that's what we've kind of been waiting for. Someone who's going to come in and not do it lightly, just take over and really sweep out Messi and Ronaldo. I mean, they weren't even in the award ceremony. They didn't even show up. And French coach Didier Deschamps, who of course coached the men's team for the World Cup, who were the current men's champions internationally, was voted the best coach in the world. And deserved? Sure, why not? He wins the World Cup. I feel like that automatically qualifies you for that number one spot. You win the biggest competition in football, you're the best coach. Easy. Now, Courtois won for best keeper. Courtois has been shining for a while now, especially this year. He played exceptionally well. In the World Cup, he was the best goalkeeper throughout the tournament. He got a trophy for it, obviously. And I feel like this is deserved. I mean, were there some good contenders? De Gea, who didn't shine so much in the World Cup, so that kind of probably knocked him out of that race. Alisson, Ederson, Buffon is always in the conversation. Neuer was injured for a while, so Courtois seems like the best choice. And let's not forget about the women's. The ladies, they were there too. This wasn't, if I said before this was the FIFA Men's Awards, it was the FIFA Best Player Awards, okay? So the women's are in there too, and Marta, Brazilian legend, the Queen of Brazil, won for Best Women's Player of the Year. Well deserved. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. Am I going to say that I watch women's football all the time? No, I don't. How about you guys start showing women's football on TV? Okay? American channels. Let's get on it. Let's start broadcasting women's football so we can see these ladies play, all right? They have clubs too. They have international teams. Let's get to it. And finally, for the World 11, the complete best team of the season for FIFA. Number one, controversial. I honestly don't get it. As goalkeeper in the World XI, De Gea. Courtois wins best goalkeeper, but De Gea makes it into the 11. Like, it still makes no sense to me. Where's the logic? I'm guessing the best goalkeeper is supposed to be in the World 11 too. Like, why? Like, they just wanted to give De Gea something, so they're like, you know what, forget Courtois. Let's put makes no sense to me. And at right back, we have Dani Alves. Well deserved. Dani Alves is a beast. Varane, arguably the best defender in the world right now. Just the guy's monster. Incredible. He was great in the World Cup. Sergio Ramos, listen, I would have put Umtiti there. Not just because I'm a Barca fan. Umtiti was in the World Cup. Umtiti scored in the World Cup. Umtiti was amazing during the season for Barca, constantly growing. I remember when he first started in Barca, he was so uncomfortable bringing the ball up. He was good at just doing defensive stuff, but when he has the ball to get it to the midfield, all that was so like awkward for him. And he's grown so much, and he played unbelievably last season. I would have put him there over Ramos. But what's done is done. Marcelo went at left back. Of course, we don't even talk about that. Marcelo. And N'Golo Kante at midfield. Easy. Modric, of course. Hazard, questionable. Can I think of someone who should have taken his place right now? You know, De Bruyne, David Silva. There's a couple guys there that could have taken over Hazard. Hazard is just now this season playing this well. He was playing well last season, but not like he's on fire right now. We're going to talk about that soon. But is it a stretch? And of course, Messi and Ronaldo. It's Messi and Ronaldo. And and the surprise, Mbappe. Mbappe had a phenomenal season. World Cup winner, Ligue 1 winner. Neymar got pushed out by Mbappe. And I don't know if the injury, I'll give him that. The injury messed Neymar up for the rest of the season. Also, it altered his performance in the World Cup and all of that. So it's kind of hard knowing how good he is and how much of a star he is that he's not in the world top 11 players in the FIFA rankings. But Mbappe making it isn't that big of a stretch either, just like the whole Hazard situation. It's not a big stretch because he was phenomenal and he scored twice in the World Cup final. You can't get any bigger than that on the football stage. So Mbappe, that World XI is fair, but De Gea as the keeper instead of Courtois makes no sense to me. Now let's move on to some actual football. Chelsea eliminates Liverpool from the Carabao Cup 2-1 and a sensational goal from Hazard. Oof.
Stepping away from Cato. And trying himself.
Like I said, Hazard is killing it right now. Hazard is playing like he sees what these other big players are doing. He sees the Ronaldos, the Modric. He was in the World Cup and he played so well. He's hungry right now. Hazard is coming for that Ballon d'Or too. If he stays this consistent with no injuries during the whole season, Chelsea will be a problem. And this match was highly anticipated. Everybody was waiting to see who comes out on top between Chelsea and Liverpool because they would play each other twice in the span of 3 days. So of course they would have the chance to redeem themselves if one lost or whatever, but Chelsea came out on top during that game, which wasn't, when you think about it, such a big deal. You know, some people probably think, oh, Chelsea, they beat Liverpool now. Obviously, they're better than them. Liverpool, forget Liverpool winning the league and all of that. Chelsea's going to take it again. Whatever. And everybody thought Chelsea was going to crumble. New manager after post-Conte, all of that stuff. Hazard wanted to leave. Courtois left. All of that. They thought it was going to be in shambles. And that's not how it is right now. They're doing amazing. And like I said, they ended up playing Liverpool 3 days later. and they were 1-0 up. They almost got that. But then Daniel Badman Sturridge with the top bin shot on them.
Here's Shaqiri, Daniel Sturridge with the card.
I kept telling people this for years and years. Sturridge is a beast. Sturridge is such a good striker, and he's now the number one super sub for Liverpool. Maybe not a super sub that much because he did start over Firmino in the Champions League. They're kind of fighting it out for that number one striker spot right now. And seeing how he just comes off the bench, he scored the first goal in the Champions League, comes off the bench, saves Liverpool, gets that 1 point for them. He's just playing amazing. And if he wasn't so, this is no disrespect to Sturridge, if he wasn't so fragile, didn't get hurt so easily, he would be just one of the best players, if not in the Premier League, in the entire world. I feel like speed-wise, just instinctive striker abilities, this guy's amazing. And let's not forget, still from the Carabao Cup, Derby County beat Manchester United at Old Trafford, eliminated them from the Carabao Cup in penalties. United. It's honestly, what can you say about shambles? Shambles. Whatever is going on over there, they need to fix it. They need to fix it quick. Is it Mourinho? I mean, a couple of days later, they lose 3-1 to West Ham. Something's going on. And is it mainly Mourinho? It might just be, to be honest. We see the press conferences. I've said this a million times. We see the negativity from him. We see how there's always an excuse. Now we're seeing signs all over the place, airplanes flying over the stadium saying Jose out and all of this stuff, just like Wenger. So is it imminent? Is it just a matter of time? I personally don't think he's going to make it until November as Manchester United coach. But if he can turn it around, if United can actually start winning games, then he might have a shot at keeping his job. But if not, if he keeps bickering with Pogba and them, and he announced this week, said that Pogba would never captain United again. So he took that away from him, stripped them of that title. And then during training, and this video comes out of Pogba looking like he wants all the smoke, cigarette smoke. Somebody called the firemen. He wanted all the smoke, barbecue smoke. I'm surprised they didn't scrap it out right there. I'm surprised fists didn't start flying, because the way he was looking at him and the way Mourinho looks like he was talking under his breath and antagonizing him, I was expecting a brawl. But it's just crazy to see all of this, and it's not supposed to be reaching out to the public. If you have a problem with a player, the coach, all of that stuff is supposed to stay behind closed doors. Handle it. We fail to remember a lot of time that all of these guys are adults. Handle it like grown people and don't let it affect the whole team, because there's a lot at stake here. This is Manchester United, and their legacy is being tarnished, so they have to fix whatever their little thing is going on there for the better of the team. And surprisingly, another team who has been doing bad for a long time now, and maybe this is an example of a team who needs just a change in management. Arsenal are doing pretty well right now. They have, 5-6 consecutive wins? They're killing it. And they're doing, and some people might say the teams they face aren't that big teams, but Arsenal really hasn't proven to be a big team in the last years. And they're rebuilding. They have a new coach. Unai Emery is on the sideline going crazy. Like, he's out there screaming, standing the whole game, like giving directions, all of that stuff. He's showing some true passion, and Arsenal need that. They need that fire. They're playing really well right now, and you can't really say anything more about them. Although I did hear that Wendy's might sponsor Arsenal now, because Wendy's has the whole 4 for 4. I know there's some people who really don't even remember the whole Arsenal 4 jokes, but This made me laugh. I thought about it. And now let's move on to La Liga. Barcelona against Leganes. Leganes, yes, you heard that right. Leganes beat Barca 2-1. I couldn't have expected that in a million years, to be honest. Not in a million years, but these teams, I'm not mad at it. Here's why I'm not mad at it. Of course, I want my team to win. I would love my team to be able to win every single game at all times, no matter who they play. That doesn't happen, obviously, in football, okay? But Leganes, and this is showing what I've been waiting for a long time. These smaller teams, so-called, are stepping up and they're beating the big teams. Sevilla, that's been slacking for a while now, who's always been like on those top fives or whatever, staying up there, you know, still being a threat every year, but who've been slacking for a while now, beat Real 3-0 also during this week. Real had a chance to top the league, take over Barca, and they got beat 3-0. And then this weekend, they drew against Atletico during the Madrid derby, 0-0. And Barca drew also 1-1 to Athletic Bilbao. This is crazy. This is the La Liga that people want to see. I feel like people are more entertained by this when there's so much more pressure on the big teams. Right now, Real lost the game and Barca lost the game. And then they both drew their next match. The pressure is on. These teams are not playing games. The top 5, top 6 teams in La Liga are very close to each other right now. And I want to see it right out throughout the whole season. I'm sorry. Whatever, it's my team. I want them to win at the end of it all. I want them to go on top, but I want them to work for that. Work for it. Because it's been a lot. It's been way too easy during the past years. We're not about to be Bayern. Speaking of which, Bayern Munich are now second in the Bundesliga. Dortmund finally stepped up. Actually, the real reason why Dortmund are first is because Bayern lost to Hertha. Hertha doing their thing this season. Oh, Hertha. Look at you doing your thing. Beating Bayern. Okay, Hertha. Okay. This is what we like to see. Football getting competitive. This whole hierarchy that's going on in these leagues we're not having it. We want to see competition. We want to see entertainment. It's not entertaining when the same people keep winning all the time. It's not. So let's keep it going. All the other leagues, I don't care if you're Turkish, MLS, start buying better players, start forming better players, lower the cost of joining your academy so these kids who really don't have it like that can actually go in your teams or offer scholarships, something. Bring down the level. Let's see some competitiveness. At his age, I can't see Zlatan scoring 19 goals in 24 matches, something like that. I can't see him doing that in the top European leagues. Bring that level up. Your defenders need to do better. Your keepers need to do better. Your teams need to do better. I want to see more leagues all around the world just being better. And like I said in the beginning, Americans, wherever, if you're in the UK, if you're in Europe, whatever, I want to see women's football on TV too. They can play. They can play. We want to see it. And if we don't give them a chance, then if you start showing it and the ratings are bad or whatever after a while, then fine. I'll say, you know what, you were right. Maybe it's not that entertaining. Maybe people just aren't with it. But try it out. Give them a chance. We want to see more entertaining football. There's no such thing as too much football. We want to see more. We want to see an all-star game. I want to host a all-star game. Let's do it. Premier League, La Liga, wherever. I'll learn Spanish and host a La Liga all-star game. Just like they do in the NBA, just like they do in the NFL. I said it first. So I'm waiting for that email. Thank you very much. And the highly anticipated, I already made 2 videos about it. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to link those down in the description below. And they're also going to be on the end screen at the end of this video. But FIFA 19 is officially out. So the 2 series so far that are going to be on this channel are The Journey and Ultimate Team. I'm building an Ultimate Team and carrying it out during the whole season, however long it takes, so I can get to Division 1 and actually win Division 1. I'm going to be real with you. I am trash right now. I'm practicing though. I'm practicing and I'm getting better. I'm finding my flow, finding my rhythm, learning to use, what was that? Finding my rhythm. Finding my rhythm, finding my rhythm, finding my rhythm. Drop the beat like, drop the rhythm like. That's how I'm finding my rhythm in FIFA right now. So finding that, playing better, the journey, same thing, learning, you know, the whole storytelling, all of that. It's dope. I'm having fun playing it, but stay tuned for the series coming right here on this channel. And of course, the do-rag gotta be there. It's not here right now, but trust me, it'll be there. Cause I feel like that's just my happy place. You got the do-rag on, you finish a brushing session, you know what I'm saying, and you ready, you just chilling playing FIFA. That's what I do. And also, it was announced this week that VAR will be introduced officially in the Champions League for the 2019-2020 season. And like I said, I'm all for VAR. It's actually working now. It's making the game a lot more fair. There's higher stakes, all of that. You want fair, you want the referees to get it right, well then embrace VAR. That's the future. At one point, there were no red cards, there were no offsides, any of that in football. And some people probably thought, oh, this is gonna make it like, oh, this is gonna make it so soft. The red cards, oh no, you can't tackle. Oh. And then we actually embrace them, and it's a normal part of the game now. So people learn to embrace change. That's life. Things change, things get better. Let's move on from it. Let's embrace VAR. Now, you know, around this time of the year, the fall, winter, different fashion designers and brands are coming out. New York Fashion Week this month, all of that stuff. Also in Paris, got the Fashion Week, the runway stars, and Neymar and Alves pulled up to the Fashion Week, Off-White Fashion Week shows supporting Virgil Abloh and his work, and they pulled out with the drip, the sauce, and they were looking flashy, they were looking fly. It's like serious, more serious Halloween, you know, you're not trying to scare people, but you're trying to, you know, you're trying to stunt on some people, show that you got it like that, and that you could pull something together and make it look completely fresh. And I love that these guys are embracing the fashion, and they're going out, and you know, people know them, and they're big stars, and they're out there on the runway with just merging cultures. Again, fashion x football merging together. We have the, like I said, the Jordan and the PSG collab. It's good that all these different subcultures are coming together. It makes things a lot more interesting. Different people who relate to different things can just all come together into one big happy family. That's what football does. It unites. But with that being said, all that United talk, that's gonna be it for this week. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop it a like. Oh, don't forget, check out the FIFA videos. They're there, they're in the description. Watch them, his gameplay is long, we know, all right? It's supposed to be long, but watch it, check it out. It's very entertaining. And also drop some tips. What should I do? How do I get better at FIFA? How do I do skills better? I'm learning new celebrations. If I can actually score some goals to use them, that'll be nice. But make sure you check out all that good stuff. Also, make sure you check out the music in the description and the social media to go also in the description. And I'll see you guys next time right back here on Goal. Peace.
Yeah. Zone.